No, mine's already started. We're good.
All right.
All right, let's go ahead and do the sync clap. Everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 1, 2, 3, clap. Cool, we're good. So I can sync it from there. Wow, that actually made a really nice spike for me to sync all of our claps to, because the clap looks like a vertical ass line.
Yeah, that's why we do it. All right,
All
let's
right,
start.
everybody,
Yeah,
let's do this. Welcome. This is Ignance In Motion, not ignorance. We have me, Kevin, my cousin DJ, and our good
Hey.
friend here, Taekwon, who we call Tay throughout this podcast. And we're going to talk about some stuff today in this pilot episode. And we're not really sure how it's going to go, but it's going to go. That's all we know.
This is a podcast in its infant stage, so we don't know where this is gonna be, but we're here to shoot some shit.
Goddamn fetus of a podcast.
Yeah,
That was good. A fetus. Whew, we're getting scientific.
Alrighty, so what are we gonna talk about?
Well, I think first we should introduce ourselves. So, who wants to start?
Alright.
I'm Kevin.
Not you? Alright, I'll
Okay,
go.
I guess I'll start. Alright,
oh,
I'll go. No, you get
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. Okay,
I
so
hate myself.
I'm Tay, Taekwondo. Follow me on all the socials. You know what it is. I am a student athlete. Currently work at a restaurant job and like to talk shit.
Student athlete cap. You ain't do shit.
My bad. Alright, so who are you fools?
Alright, I'm DJ. I'm pretty much the bridge between Taekwon and Kevin over here because I know them both, but they are actually strangers at the moment. And
No.
Yeah, who is that bitch?
I'm
Yes,
just
but
here.
no.
I'm the bridge, your local weeb.
That's the tag, just local weeb.
Yeah, don't follow me on my socials. I don't want to see any of y'all.
All right. I'm Kevin. I'm DJ's cousin by blood. Our mother's, no, my father is siblings with his mother, and I work in a laboratory, and I collect piss, blood, and shit, and I let people know if they're dying.
And you miss
Okay.
veins.
Okay, Dexter.
And I what?
And you miss veins.
Oh,
Listen.
you're one of those?
Listen, whoa, hold on, listen.
Fucking shaky, clammy,
If you,
palm ass.
if you, so yes, phlebotomy and blood drawing are essentially a part of the job. A small part of the job, but an important part. And if you come to me with some ratchet ass, nasty ass, bro, clean your fucking forearms, by the way. Veins, it's your fault. Like, I can't help you after some point. I can only do so much.
You gotta do that. You gotta hit them with the Byakugan, show their chakra points, and then hit that.
We're gonna start with a Naruto reference this early.
Yeah, you see, it's a
podcast.
podcast full of weebs,
Gonna
so
show
we
what
also
peop-
do other things.
We're literally 3 minutes and 20 seconds into this bad boy, and we're already hitting them with some anime moves.
Yeah, because we're gonna be talking
Moves.
about cartoon crushes, right?
We'll save that for episode 2. We'll save it for episode 2.
Oh, no, we are starting
we
this
could do this right
pilot
now.
Y'all trying
with
to
some
crush on
Western.
the
No, like not
peachy
even
gals
just anime.
all rip.
Not even just
Peachy,
anime, like the
peachy
Western
gals.
cartoons, like what we grew up with, you know, like Teen Titans and shit. I'm talking about that.
Before we get too far into this and already start naming off some stuff, we need to get back on the freaking podcast.
All right,
track.
later.
Hey, so the next one is, what are we do? No, we gotta do that. Ask credit questions. Does everybody have a question
Yeah, I got one.
that they pulled
I'm-
from the interwebs?
I'm packed.
You're packed. Yep. You have multiple?
Well, if there's awkward silence, yes.
You said one.
He technically said 1.
I said, okay, if you have more, you have more. But, you know,
I'm
do
sorry, I
your
over
top one.
prepare.
Alright, well, pick your best one. What you got?
All right, guys. So this is a good one that I found while I was working today. What innocent search turned out to be porn?
Oh,
God.
Right.
I got a good one for this one, so I'll go later.
You'll go later. Take when you go first, then.
Let's see. I looked up. Okay, let me rewind first. My friend. Shit, this is already sounding sketchy. My friend was having relations with a man, and this man said he gets cold sores on his dick but insisted he does not have herpes.
Wait a minute. Oh.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
I know
I
this.
looked up, hey, like cold sores on your dick, and immediately got like some of the nastiest, fucking weirdest porn I've ever seen in my life. I just went, so I don't trust the internet no more, and immediately logged out. Good thing
And
they
this was
invented
like last week, right?
incognito. More or less.
No, I'm talking about like in your childhood. Like basically, how did you start getting into porn? Like how did you find that shit out?
I don't
Bro,
know.
you start looking that shit up in the dictionary, and then as soon as you find the dictionary, you're like, oh wow, that's what they're called, and then you start, hopping on your parents' fucking compact Hewlett Packard computer with the CRT monitor and their shitty ass keyboard, and then that dial-up gotta hop on first real quick, and you go like, ew, ew, ew.
Mom,
Then
stop
once you're
using the
finally,
phone. I'm trying to look at internet.
then when you're, rocking that 56 kilobits per second, you gotta wait for that image to load on Google Images of boobs.
Oh baby.
I mean,
And usually it was just a girl in a bikini, and you're like, well, I mean, I'm not mad, but I'm not happy.
no, it was a girl in booty shorts shaking ass, bro. She was dancing, but it was like twerking before twerking was a thing.
I think the time during dial-up was what porn existed. Like, I want to know Pornhub wasn't even a thing.
No, I
What
was
porn
on
sites
YouTube
were
just
there?
typing in sketchy activities, bro. Just girls shaking ass.
You
YouTube
in
didn't
like
come out till
fourth grade, just
2005.
typing up sketchy activities.
Bro, literally, just fifth grade, just him with the knuckle crack. Get online, him with some of these. Girl shaking
Yeah.
booty.
Oh, YouTube wasn't even created till 2005. You filthy casual, and it was actually February 14th. It's coming up.
Whatever.
Huh.
YouTube's birthday is coming up in a couple weeks.
Fuck YouTube. They ain't give me no ad
So
revenue.
Taekwon, you mean to say that you didn't really have an innocent search at all? You just looked up women shaking
Girls.
ass.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, well, what else was I supposed to look at? I don't know what to do. I wasn't gonna type in
So,
boobies.
you knew
not
your-
stupid.
You knew your preferences right away, huh?
I don't think I ever had like even a split second where I wasn't like, damn, where the coochie at? Like, just there was never a moment in life where it's just like, girls are gross. Nah, girls are bad from beginning, from jump. Where the hose at?
You literally just came out the
Yep.
fucking womb, was like, oh wait, I want back in.
Goddamn, we got off track. Whose turn is it?
All right, I'll go. You know the main character from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, I went down a rabbit hole. His name is Jaden Yuki. And then I just went down a rabbit hole. I was just like looking up Google images about Jaden. And then I clicked a random link. And then it had like a brunette girl, a pale brunette girl with glasses, all nude photos. It's just like a bunch of pictures just lined up. And it's just her own website. And I was just like, wait, this is not Yu-Gi-Oh! What's going on here?
She had Egyptian god card coochie. What the hell?
And then for the next few days, I would only be going into that website only, looking up her specific name. And then I got a virus.
Why does Jaden have a feminine last name in Japanese meaning snow?
I couldn't tell you, buddy.
That's quite the rabbit hole you went down there. I was actually trying to find it just now. I typed in Jaden Yuki and then brunette girl in glasses, and then I kind of don't know where I went from there.
Well, I'm pretty sure it got covered by many, many things now. But hey, Kevin, remember that first virus that you helped me with my first laptop?
Was that because of LimeWire?
No, it was because of that.
I just said it was
I
LimeWire.
shit you not, it was because of that. But LimeWire, holy fuck.
Every fucking time, Tay, you have to understand our history as cousins here. Every fucking time I came over to DJ to help his ass with his goddamn computer, his mom would just throw his laptop in front of me and just be like, fix this. And then DJ would be just like playing with his fucking blue Power Ranger that I gifted him one year in the corner going, just giggling his ass over there.
Okay, I
I'm
think I was
like,
a little bit more
bruh.
articulate than that.
My man said,
Hey,
"Are you
I remember
alright?"
I remember that blue Power Ranger.
Dude said,
Just in the corner. Rah, rah, rah.
So this isn't my personal story of how it went down an innocent search for stuff that turned out to be porn.
Then why are you telling it?
Because it has to be told. Let me explain why. You'll understand once I tell it. So I was at a friend's house, and I'll tell you, this friend is well off. Well, her parents are well off. We have one in real estate and one's a lawyer. So large home, like four bed, four bath type of deal. Large backyard, picture perfect family. There's a cat. I don't know why the cat has anything to do with being a nice rich family, but anyway, they have this grand piano. This grand piano is worth like two. Was it $20,000? I don't know. It was a grand piano. It was fucking expensive. Anyways, I was messing around on it because they're like, "Hey, do you know how to play?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know how to play. Don't Stop Believing by Journey." So I was messing around on it,
Wonderful.
and then my friend goes upstairs with her mom because she needs to buy like athletic stuff. So, she likes to shop. She likes to look things up online and then go to the physical store later to go pick it up because she doesn't like online shopping. Well, at least at the time, that's how she was. So I could see them watch on the computer as I'm messing around with the piano. And so they're upstairs on the computer, and mom and daughter, and she goes, "Mom, what's that place that's around the corner on this main road?" She's like, "Oh, it's Dick's Sporting Goods." You know where this is going.
Okay.
She immediately goes to Dicks.com.
Excellent.
And at this time, it
never
was
left.
like late 2000s. It redirected them to this page with all these dudes and then just baby oil covering their 6, 8, 20 packs and just dicks doing like helicopters. It was a gif of them on the screen just hanging out, just these fucking monstrous horse cocks. And then all the mom and daughter start
Horse
screaming frantically. Mind you, me and my friend were like 15 at this point. So, and she had never been with a guy seriously in her life at this point. So they just immediately, the mom just starts pushing the computers. They both just start like slapping the computer screen, hoping the page would go away. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but there's an X button at the top right that you could just click on to close it.
No.
Slapping the screen
They're
doesn't
ahead
work.
of their time, bro. Touch
This is
screen.
2008. There is no touch screen
They're
on this
ahead of
point
their
except on the
time.
iPhone. There is no
just
touch
wild.
screen, MacBooks or desktop. No, that wasn't a thing. So the computer falls backwards, obviously, because they're both slapping the fucking screen and pushing it backwards. And then immediately, like, the screen flickers off, the outlet comes flying out of the wall, and you hear this bzzz sound. And I'm downstairs playing Journey, laughing my ass off. Well, at least I stopped playing Journey. Needless to say, they had to go to Apple Store after going to Dick's Sporting Goods for another iMac. Well, yeah, it was an iMac. That was what it was, an
a fucking
iMac. Because they had that kind of money. They had that kind of money
They
to just
slapping
fucking drop
iMacs
by the
around
Apple
left
Store.
and right.
They're like, "Oh man, broken iMac. Might as well pick up a new one, Dad."
iMac went.
Are you still messing around with that shit? God damn it.
Oh, great,
Jay.
copyright. We're done. Alright, see y'all in the next
Are we
episode.
related?
No, stop it. That's very generic.
Taquin, what's your question? What question did you find intriguing?
Honestly, I just want to talk about coronavirus. This shit's hilarious to me. I don't know why.
I have nothing on it, so please explain it, other than it sounds like the fucking beer.
What is coronavirus? Go ahead.
For lack of a better term, we're just gonna call this the plague.
Part
it's
3?
Severe fever, pneumonia-like symptoms. It's just clapping cheeks left and right, and they ended up shutting a whole city down in China and trying to what's the word?
Quarantine it? Quarantine.
Yeah, quarantine it. And I don't know why, this is the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life. They're like 6,000 people fled from the city, and then first comment under it is, "And went where exactly?" I've never laughed harder.
Taquin, I have a question. I have a question, Taquin. Why is the coronavirus one word?
That's
Because
a really good point he
the
made. Why
English
is it?
language makes 0 sense. Why do we have 7 spellings of the word there and 2?
I can live
Nothing
with
makes
it.
sense anymore.
I can live with it. So, what else of this coronavirus? I heard that there was a bunch of dumplings that were infected.
Oh yeah, I mean we're just talking about like average disease spreading activity. So sick people coughing on their hands, touching shit, produce at grocery stores, stuff like that. And then it's also pretty dangerous because you don't show symptoms for about a week and a half
Yuck.
before you know, but you're still like contagious and can pass the disease while you're not showing symptoms. So people just going to the store picking stuff up. We're talking about hand washing, safety, stuff like that. I just find it hilarious because I went to like downtown LA with a friend the other day, and we were going around, and then we're in the subway, and I'm touching the railing. I'm holding onto the bar so I don't fall over, and then she refuses to touch me after. I'm like, "What's wrong?" She goes, coronavirus. And
What?
My immediate
What?
response is in China. Idiot.
That thing got E.
just say
coli on it or some
somebody
shit.
just got diagnosed with it in Orange County, which is not that far from you, gentlemen.
Which is not that far. Also, one of my friends, his mom was suffering from pneumonia-like symptoms, and then when this coronavirus thing started spreading and people were talking about it, I was like, pneumonia doesn't necessarily like kill people that often, at least not to my knowledge. And she was like dying, so I was like, oh shit, this shit crept up real quick. How the homie get coronavirus in his family real quick?
Jesus
So,
Christ.
I don't know, bro. Y'all need to start washing your hands more. Y'all need to. I'm about to buy some cute little a Kali weeaboo mask. Start walking around.
Dude, I have an Onbu mask like that. Used to.
It's my time. Gotta get the fashion right.
We about to look like the Nippon jeans.
So, all right. Well, on to Kevin. Kevin, what do you have?
Oh, my question?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You
boys.
gotta bring them ring dingers, man.
Let's talk about the worst date you've ever been on.
Oh, okay. Wait. Pause. Okay. I had this conversation the other day. Is
All right.
dating
So
real
you got
in
artillery.
2020?
I'm gonna go ahead and say a date. You don't have to have gone on a date with somebody that you were seeing exclusively. Like you could have gone on a date with a girlfriend. You could have gone on a date with somebody that you just met from Tinder that day.
Yeah, but
What?
we don't date in 2020. I feel like dating isn't real. Like you hang out, but you don't go on a date.
Yeah. No, I'm talking like you actually planned this shit out ahead of time. It could have been the day before. It could have been a month in advance or a week ahead. You said where you were going, or at least you had some general idea of where you were planning on going, and what events were going to take place, and what activities you would be doing.
Okay.
So
Alright.
the difference I would say between hanging out and just shooting the shit and a date is that the date is pre-planned and you mostly know what's like gonna happen throughout the night as far as activities.
Okay. So does it count the other person doesn't know?
What the
Like I
fuck
planned everything.
is that?
So like a
Okay,
surprise,
no,
like a
like I planned
surprise
everything
date.
out ahead of time, and then I
Yeah,
didn't tell her
yeah,
where we were
that's
going,
fine.
and I just
That's
okay.
fine. Yeah. So
Jesus
does anyone want
Christ.
to go first in particular?
Okay, I got it. I got one.
You got one?
Y'all are gonna be like, what the fuck when I say this?
I'll go
But
second.
I still thinking
Alright.
of mine.
God damn it. That's
Worst date
exactly
I've
what I'm
ever been
saying.
on?
Let's hear it.
Disneyland.
What?
Disneyland.
How? Wait, what?
I don't understand this. Actually, Disneyland kind of annoying every now and then.
Disneyland
because
is
of the lines.
annoying, bro. Okay, let me walk you through this. So I planned this ahead of time. I'm taking my now ex-girlfriend to Disneyland because she's always wanted to go
Rest
for her
in
birthday.
peace.
Rest in peace. Mind you, I hate Disneyland, and I also have a self-proclaimed ban. I ban myself from Disneyland.
Well, shit. Okay.
Hey, no, you have to go with the boys.
I banned myself from Disneyland. Anyway, so we're
This
going on
hurts
her
me.
birthday, so I planned it out ahead of time. I'm like, damn, let me see what the schedule looking like. How busy is this gonna be? They're saying a low busy day. I was like, we're gonna get through all these rides. We're gonna be in and out this bitch in like 3-5 hours tops. Bet. We pull up. So it's looking pretty packed. My dumbass forgets you gotta pay for parking. All right. Bank account starts sobbing uncontrollably. We get in. She says, "Oh, I can't wait to ride a California Adventure." Excuse me, ma'am. I got Disneyland tickets. What are you trying to discuss with me right now? She's like, "Oh, you didn't get the park hopper pass?"
You got
And starts
park
looking at me
hopper
sideways.
money.
Bro, I literally just lean back. You know what? It's your birthday. Fine, whatever. Run it. Cop a park hopper passes. We go to Disneyland first. Why, oh why, is everyone at Disneyland on a Tuesday? Please explain to me. I've never seen the park so packed in my life. I want to kill myself.
It's usually like one of the less busy days, actually.
Was it
Monday is the first, actually. Monday is the least busy day, I think.
I wanted to cry, bro. And then also, I don't understand why there are so many obese people at Disneyland, bro. I almost got ran over 17
with the fucking
times.
scooters.
Bro, with the scooters, bro. The scooters almost took me out, bro. I swear to God, I got into 7 car accidents
And
in
they
the
still,
park.
they fucking running over your toes and shit, and they still got the right to be mad.
Bruh, I was so annoyed.
They let those fat fucks on those goddamn scooters, but they won't let me in on my electric skateboard. I'm doing them a favor.
Bruh, I got reported for wearing Heelys. They out of pocket.
Yo, you cannot take those police,
fuck.
those security officers with those Mickey Mouse badges seriously.
Try to catch me, bitch. Scoot, scoot.
Sir, you're under arrest. What happened?
Fucking love that shit. I replay it at least 20 times I see it. What happened?
So, we going around. I'm getting run over by fat people. Every single ride is broke or breaks when I arrive. So, we pull up, get to Splash Mountain. What did it do? I want to get on it early before it gets cold, and I get wet, and then I cry. Pull up. Lines out the universe. We get up to the front. I'm like, hey, this line hasn't moved in a couple minutes. What's good? It's like, ride's not working. You know what? I don't have time for this. I paid too much money. We get out of line, go to the next ride. We get through sitting like a 2-hour wait for Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm like, damn, there's supposed to be no one here. Why is this line so busy? Oh, wait, because 3 other rides are closed, so everyone's just in line at this one. By the end of the day, I was so frustrated. She's like, oh, this is the best birthday date ever. Oh, my God, thank you. I'm sitting there grouchy as fuck. I was like, this is $300, and I went on 2 rides. I'm ready to box somebody out, bro. Where Mickey at? We about to fade up.
Loki, I beat the shit out of fucking
mouse.
Peter Pan, that fucking bitch ass.
Fuck Peter Pan.
Kicked ass Peter Pan looking like a pixie and shit.
With that tight ass. Wait, what?
Oh, you right.
What about Minnie?
What happened?
Yo.
I'm about to stiff arm Mickey, fuck Minnie. Ride Goofy off into the sunset. Don't fuck with me.
Viewer discretion is advised. Is that the end of your little rant?
Yes. Fuck Disneyland.
Yo, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I've never dropped that much on. You know what? I lied. I went to Disney World, to be fair, so that was a lot more.
What?
Okay, chill, but like,
How come all
it
my
was
fucking
necessary.
Christmas presents are shit if you have this kind of money?
Listen,
What?
I'm broke now.
Listen, you play with Power Rangers voice fixing computers. Fuck off.
Yeah, fucking over all those computers that you touch. You break everything that you fucking touch, DJ. Goddamn it! Like this family. Oh crap!
Jesus Christ.
Damn. You got a problem. You got a problem with me and my life choices. I didn't know.
Yeah, man, I miss you.
He just wants to drive the Camaro once, please.
All right, I'm not getting a fucking Camaro. God damn it, no.
He's
No,
gonna
not with
get
that
more
24%.
education. Yeah, fucking yeehaw, baby.
God damn it! I swear to God, the freaking stereotype is true. You just go in the parking lot and you can just count 17 Mustangs and Camaros and Dodge Chargers. Swear to God. Swear
So
to God.
where's yours?
Oh, you know, it's not there. My car's my electric skateboard, boys.
I want an
Top
electric
speed.
scooter so bad, dude.
Dude,
For a razor
So fun.
yo, I gotta tell you, it's loads of fun. The scooter just as fun, and it gets like double the range that my board gets.
I really want one. That's my next investment. I have to.
What's your gas mileage?
Mine?
On the electric scooter.
Oh,
What the fuck you
on
mean
one full
gas
charge,
mileage?
on a full charge, it's 9 to 10 miles.
Damn.
On your
And it
skateboard,
charges-
you mean?
On my skateboard, it charges to 100%, and I can ride that going at pretty that 20 miles an hour on average for around 9 miles. Yeah, I would say 9 miles on average.
Dude, Kevin, you got to put your like GoPro videos on loop for that because those are pretty sick.
Oh, thanks, my dude. Yeah, I might do that. I might actually invest in this GoPro camera or like those handheld stick end of a stick camera and just put on montages at the end and throw this audio over it on
Yeah.
the video.
Don't
How many
forget.
Okay,
hoes
bet.
does it see?
I get a lot of looks when I walk into the cafeteria and everyone's like, "Oh, that's the guy with the helmet and the board." I'm like, "Oh fuck." I have like a title now. What are we talking about? Oh, my worst date.
Your worst date.
I
I'm
actually
assuming it's
have
with
an answer,
someone
so
from
I
the
can't wait for
military.
this.
It was in my civilian days, and I just turned. Did I? No. 1, 2, 3, 8 year 8 minus 8 years ago. Was it 8 years ago?
21.
Oh, I remember now. I was 8 years old. I was 18 going on 19, right?
So you still
So,
hated me, right?
yeah, fuck you, DJ. Anyways, I was taking this girl on a date, and mind you, we met through some mutual friends at a bonfire, and I said, "You are so pretty,
Peachy
and
peachy,
I would
yeah.
like to take you out." She happened to be a legitimate Hollister model, like actual. She had a fucking bill. She took a picture of her next to her own billboard and said, "Yeah, that's my fucking face and body on that billboard in black and white." I'm like, lit, like that's you. So uh, for anonymity's sake, let's call her Sue. Sue. SU.
Subu. Oh, my bad.
Woo!
And so I pick first off, I'm gonna pick her up like a gentleman. So I pick her up, and she lives with her grandma at this point while she's studying here in Southern California at that time. And little did I know, her grandma lives in the middle of buttfuck nowheresville, ratchet dirt roadville. So red flag number one. I finally find her house somehow. I don't know how GPS got me there because this was a time that unlimited data wasn't even a thing. Your boy was rocking 200 megabytes to get his ass over here, and
On that
and
iPhone 3, baby.
We
goddamn.
gigabytes deep.
So then I get to the house, pick her up, and everything's fine. I take her to the theater to watch this play, and this play is like it is like abstract and there's no fucking plot. You don't just sit down and like, oh yeah, I get it. It's like watching you know how
Jackson
broken
Oh,
Pollock.
it's
like
like
you know how broken up Pulp Fiction is? Like how it's like different time
it's
sequences?
the word you're looking for is avant-garde.
Yeah, exactly, avant-garde. But here's the kicker. There was no plot. It's just a bunch of different scenes put together and they called it a play. And they have nothing to do with each other, these different scenes. So it's not really avant-garde or like Pulp Fiction.
So it was like
So
a
I'm
bunch of
watching there.
skits or something.
It was a
It
bunch of
wasn't
skits,
even
and they just want
skits.
to
It was
leave you confused.
it was really hard to describe because half the time I was like, am I on drugs? No fucking way. This is not happening. I don't
Damn.
know what's going on.
So they want you to
It's
think it
like
was avant-garde, but it wasn't. It was really just select scenes, like skits,
Wait,
that
hold
you were
on.
then trying to mentally piece together that had nothing to do with anything.
it was the most it's like you took a bunch of psychedelics and went to watch a movie and then you're like, wow, holy shit, that that remastered version of Top Gun was so good, and people are like, that was Dumb and Dumber,
Interesting.
you know,
So
like
you mean to tell me that I can go upstage and just play a bunch of Ed and Eddie sound effects and I can call it
exactly.
avant-garde?
No, you could go on stage and just fuck around, and everyone would be like, "Oh my god, that was such an intricate part of the play."
Literally
I'm
just
not even
fuck
kidding you.
around and clap my
Yeah,
cheeks and
yeah.
I get
You
all
you
these
could you could
bravos.
go over there barefoot with Levi's jeans and just take your shirt off, stare at people, point at them, and they would call that art. I'm already frustrated at how lacking of a plot there was, and I'm like, I want out of here. But then, this is her thing. She likes abstract shit. She likes artsy fartsy whatever. So afterwards, I was like, hey, what'd you think of that? She's like, oh my god, that was the most amazing. And I was like, yeah, yeah. In my head, I'm like, this chick's fucking stupid. Or but here's the kick. So we're walking back to my car and we're in the parking garage and we're not even at the same floor as my car yet. But then all of a sudden she just starts crying out of nowhere. I was like, was it the play? Because the play was kind of trash. Like, you good? She's like, I'm so sorry. Like, this was a mistake. I shouldn't have come here. And I was like, shit, you're telling me. Um, she's like, she's like, she's like, no, like you're really sweet and all, and you're like really cute, but I'm still not completely over my ex-boyfriend. And I was like, oh, fuck. She's got baggage and she didn't even tell me about her ex-boyfriend, and she's now having a mental breakdown about it.
This is treason.
So exactly, shit. Top 10 anime betrayals of 2020 so far. Anyways,
Cool.
I
Your
tell her,
ex-boyfriend
I
can pick you up.
decide, you know what?
Hit you
I'm
with a
gonna just
left,
play a
right.
high road. I'm gonna just play a high road. I'm gonna be a gentleman. I'm gonna take her home. I'm not gonna tell her how much I fucking hated her garbage ass play and how trash it was, and judge her taste. And I say, oh no, it's okay. Like, hey, if you're not ready for this, that's cool. Realistically, I just wanted my ass out of there and wanted to go home. It was like 9 o'clock. I was not dealing with this for the rest of the night. I don't even care if I got pussy. Like, I didn't even care. So I took her in the car. She's still crying. She cries the whole time, by the way. At this
What the
point,
fuck?
it's like nearing 10, and it's really fucking foggy where she lives. Really foggy. Like, thick. If your hand could double in length, and you try to look at it from that extended length, you may have a hard time seeing how many fingers you're holding up.
Wait,
That's how thick it
Kevin, I
was.
think I know where this is going.
You exactly know where this is going now. You need to be quiet because Ted needs to hear this.
Ooh.
So I drop her off at her ratchet at grandma's house in the middle of dirt road Buttfucksville, and then I'm trying to navigate my way back on what little 20 megabytes of data I have left to go home, at least to get to the freeway. So I'm driving around, and miraculously within 15 minutes I find the main road again, which I'm really happy about. So I'm cruising along going at 35 miles an hour because I really don't know what the speed limit is at this point. But I figured I'm on a main road. 35 to 45 should be decent. So I pass one stoplight, and it's green, thankfully, but it took me a second to realize it was green. There was an immediate stoplight after it that was not green. It was red. And guess what? The other side had a left turn on green. So guess who I hit at 35 miles an hour? A Christian family of 4 coming back from Bible study. Fuck me, am I right? So I'm in a car accident, and I start having a panic attack because my car door is stuck, and I have to kick that bitch while the other family is trying to pull on my door handle to get me out, just in case the car starts catching fire or something. After that, I'm like, oh my god, thank you for getting me out of there. I sit my ass on the curb, call my dad, and he's like, what? I was like, Dad, I was in a car accident. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah.
Good.
I fucking
And then
hate
he's like,
Filipino parents, bro.
he's like, oh my god, I'm at a party. I'm gonna have to leave this party. I'm like, thanks, Dad. Because my mom was at work.
Fucking MVP, baby.
I know,
I'm 3
right?
shots deep. You gonna need to sit.
Call Uber. Oh, wait.
Call.
So it takes his last like 25, 30 minutes to get to me, and the family's calling the police, and the fire department's getting there, and I'm
They
like,
arrested you.
this was so much going on. I was still bike commuting
Wait a
my
minute,
bike
wait
to
a minute,
school.
wait a minute. Is the girl still crying in the passenger seat?
No, I dropped her ass off.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, but this bitch cost me a car.
Oh.
I did not talk. I did not see her. I did not speak to her. I did not text her because I was so angry. I blocked her number. I did not see her until another mutual gathering 4 years later, and I was like, I'm just letting you know, our shitty date where you just had a mental breakdown cost me a car, and then she's like, oh my god, really? And then her current boyfriend who was standing next to her, and she's like, bro, what? I was like, yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to mac on your girl this time around. Like, it's whatever, but.
You owe
I
me
got in a car
$50,000.
But no, I told him I was like, I took her on a date. It didn't really go that great because she still had some stuff she was dealing with, and then I crashed my car and totaled it. And she's like, babe, remember when I took the Subi out that one time and then like I hit somebody with it and I lost my bumper? And I was like, bro, you two, this bitch is a curse.
Leave her. Run. She got the bad juju.
So yeah, my worst date was losing an entire car. I mean, on the bright side, I do have this nice Mazda now, which I take care of and treat like my baby. And I don't fuck in that car because fucking in any car, I think is bad voodoo, as far as I know.
I don't have my Mazda anymore.
Exactly.
What happened to that?
Did you fuck in it?
Oh.
I'm a virgin. What the fuck are you talking about?
3,000 IQ. Oh, okay.
No, like there have been times where this chick was trying to sit on my dick because she was like she was sucking at first, and
And
then she started
crying.
trying to climb over me, and I was like, no. She's like, why? She's like, I'm on the pill, and I was like, I don't care if you're on the pill. We're in my car, and she's like, what? And I was like, get out.
Get out. Get out. Sit on the trunk.
Get the fuck away from me, you harpy! This is my car.
No, I didn't want to smash in the car. Yo, I was like, look, your room, your fucking house is right there. We can just sneak in your room. It's like 2:00 in the morning. Why can't we go there? She's like, my room is a mess. And I'm like, we're not fucking in my car. Either I go in the room or I'm going home. And she's like, are you serious? I'm like, I'm going home. So I went home, jerked off, and then went to bed. Oh wait, no, I watched Inuyasha first, and then I went to bed.
Perfect.
Wait. So you jerked off first, then Inuyasha, or Inuyasha then jerked off?
You know, I might have jerked off during that scene where Kagome is like half naked. So
Classic indeed.
God bless
titties,
that
them
dude.
yitties.
High school titty.
All right,
Fucking
DJ,
anime.
bless us.
How the fuck am I gonna beat that? That shit's a fucking movie. Holy
Just
shit.
a fucking minus 30K. Just
Jesus fucking Christ.
I
This is
missed
my
that
first
question.
time hearing that too, actually. The whole thick of it.
I'm glad you know.
Golly. I guess you could say my first day was my worst one ever. I don't even, like, it was with my girlfriend at the time, but it was not really a girlfriend because I wasn't a person yet. This was
Nice.
like 8th grade or something.
Yes, lacking a person. Perfect. My time.
So me and this waifu pillow, I'm just kidding. But,
Got it on.
there's this girl who I was seeing at the time, and we went out for a date. But my mom is the definition of a Filipino tiger mom. So I had my little Nokia at the time, and I called my mom first. And I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go out with my brother because we're gonna be playing basketball. I'm gonna teach him a couple of moves because we were playing basketball at the time." So we went to the park. I met her at the park, and we didn't even have anything planned. We were just like, oh, am I going to hold her hand for the first time? I don't know, but it might happen. So, yeah, it was literally innocent. I didn't know what I was doing. Literally, the only expertise I have on dating in general is a bunch of anime, for real. Or just like YouTube tutorials on how to hold hands with a girl.
Oh, best
YouTube
tutorials
how to
ever.
hold hands?
Bro,
God
I was
damn.
not it.
I
bro.
Googled that
I
shit
swear to
too.
God, again, I was not a
Bro,
fucking person yet.
What? Well, are there like different techniques?
How to initiate contact with a female, how to look her in the eyes. Oh, God.
Just sock her in the face.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I broke the touch barrier, yes. I did it, sensei, what next? So, yeah, we were just holding hands, talking about our families and stuff. This was like after Christmas or whatever. And then suddenly I get phone calls. And I think this is where it started, where I made the habit of just ignoring my mom's calls. Because she blew my little Nokia up, bro. It wasn't even
shit.
nothing. It was just like a neighborhood park, and we were just walking around not doing shit. My brother was alone. I actually left him at the park just to shoot basketball, and he was like 10 at the time. But, yeah, I was walking around with this girl. My mom was blowing up my phone, and then she started sending, like, threats. I was like, you're sending threats to me. She was like, I'm going to call the cops to get you. They're going to find you. They're going to get you and put you here, and I'm going to ground the shit out of you. No more phone, no more Nintendo
how does she
DS,
know?
GameCube, what the
How does
fuck
she
ever.
know?
What happened?
How does she know, first of all?
I have no idea. She has this sixth sense, like, oh, they up to no good. I knew it.
Wait, she knew you were on a date and that's why she was mad, or she was just mad that you were
I
out?
have no idea. No, I think it's just because, like, they're just so used to seeing me at home because they know I have nothing to do. So when she's
That's
at
so
home
fucking
and then I'm not
depressing.
there, I'm like, all right, he up to some bullshit. This is where it's starting. He's 13 years old. And I'm like, oh, God. So I had to cut the date short. She lived far away. She lived in Chinatown. We both took the bus to get here. So, yeah. I literally just like, all right, you know what? This is bad. This is a bad situation. I'm just going to go home. I'm going to teach my brother some basketball moves so he could be on my side, and then I'm going to go home. And, yeah, that was it. That was the date. I held her hand. That was it. And my mom almost called the cops on me.
The trick to holding a girl's hand is before you do so, you gotta hit with the fucking Ushi sara une I tori ushi tu.
Shut the fuck up.
No idea.
Stupid ass hand signs.
Bro, the water dragon missile's where it's at. You gotta give her your dragon.
Yucky.
I didn't watch that tutorial yet.
This tutorial's
Alrighty.
on Pornhub.
Remember, there are 27 hand seals. Repeat after me. Ushi sara une I tori ushi uma tori ne tora inu tora me ushi isuji.
You don't touch your girl.
I fucking love the soundboard. Alrighty. So, next episode, waifus?
Next episode.
Next
Oh,
episode
we'll talk
will be
about
the
the
waifus.
Western cartoon
animated
waifus.
yitties and booties. Oh god, that's
The
sweet,
yeehaw
sweet
waifus.
drawn, animated. We're gonna fucking hit Teen Titans. We're gonna hit some Fairly Odd Parents. We're gonna
Well,
hit
no,
Corey-
you know,
Oh,
no,
wait.
no, fuck that. We'll see what we got. There might be some obscure shit out there. This is the Western cartoons we're talking about.
We'll hit Bear in the Big Blue House. We'll hit Hey Arnold.
We'll hit
Oh,
Dora
God.
the Explorer, all that.
Oh
Blue's
my
Clues.
lord, yo, there was some prime choice.
Alrighty. Hold on. We had a fucking pocket and out of time. This is the.
That's
should
the
end
buzzer.
We should
We're
end
gonna
this.
close this episode out.
All right, make sure to use our discount code for the.
Like and subscribe. Tweet me at Taekwondo.
Taekwondo on everything. You know what it is.
We'll use him. Alrighty. Peace.
All right, boys
out.
and girls, this is it. All right, everybody hit the stop button.